Why do geese swim and bathe in water? Hi there, and a very warm welcome to you here at Africa. Here we give you educative videos on poultry farming, especially on geese farming, turkey farming, and chicken farming. Today we have this very interesting video on why geese swim and bathe in water. And we have 8 reasons we have established why geese swim and bathe in water. And the very first reason is for feather maintenance. As we know in poultry, molting is a very important process. Usually, when poultry have worn out feathers or very old feathers that they want to just remove from their body, they do something we call molting. And molting is the forceful removal, which is actually done in every type of bird. It's not very forceful because these feathers are actually detaching from their skin or the body of these birds, and it's actually a very easy process. What molting does in the molting season is that it allows the birds or the poultry to just have it easy to just eject those feathers from their skin. This is the very first reason why geese bathe in water. And as they clean their cells in water, they remove the mud that is stuck in their feathers. They remove the stuck poop as well as the small feathers that we have just stated in molting. After cleaning, there's a very interesting thing that geese do. They spread preen oil from the uropygial gland or the preen gland at the base of the tail. This oil is very essential for waterproofing. When they are drying, after you'll see at the end of this video, when they are drying, they actually take or bite that oil with a beak and spread it to the rest of their bodies on the feathers, so that it actually acts as a waterproof to them. We know that geese are very capable of surviving very cold climates, and it is because they are waterproof. They are even able to stay in the rain at night, overnight, without actually getting their skins wet. And this is made possible by this preen oil that they apply on their feathers. The second reason why geese bathe and actually when swimming in the water is for temperature regulation, especially in warm climates. And we know that in cooler climates, the well-preened feathers will act as a insulator from the cold or even snowy conditions. But in very warm climates, like you can see in the tropics where I live, you can see it's a bit sunny, and I provide this water for these geese so that they can actually just bathe that cold shower feeling, to just give them a replica of that as they bathe and stay cool in this very hot climate. The third reason why geese swim and bathe in water is for parasite control. We know that swimming, or what we are now calling water bathing, helps geese dislodge fleas, mites, lice, and every other external parasites from their body. Also, when they swim, they actually dislodge the dirt or the dust, which acts as a harbor for these parasites on their skins. When they clean these parts, they actually clean out these parts with the stuck parasites that stick on their bodies, and this is a very important process. You know, it could be very hard for people to regulate parasites in geese because it's actually very difficult to just get hold of them and bathe them by yourself. It's actually kind of difficult. But when you provide water, they actually do the job for themselves. They know where the parasites are. You can see them kind of trying to scrub their skin using their beaks. It's actually parasite control that they are doing. And the fourth reason why geese swim and bathe in water is for eye and nostril cleaning. Most people, especially those who have their geese or even ducks, live in very damp conditions or in very dry conditions, dusty conditions like myself. Usually the eyes and nostrils of geese are very sensitive, and geese are very sensitive to respiratory diseases. And when you provide water, you actually can see that male goose right there dipping his head in the water. It actually helps them clean their nostrils and eyes by submerging their heads in water. It helps by flushing out dust and dirt and even debris from the eyes and nostrils. The fifth reason why geese bathe in water is as a social and instinctual behavior. Bathing in water is a natural and instinctive behavior, especially in natural water sources. And geese have been bathing in natural water sources even before they were domesticated. We're talking about 300 BC, those very old times. And this actually makes the geese one of the earliest birds to be domesticated. And this swimming in natural water sources that happened in the geese in the world actually brings us to the reason number 6 why geese love a swim in the water. And this is swimming for food. Geese actually get food from natural water sources. Geese eat aquatic weeds and small insects that stay on water. That despite geese being 80% vegetarian, they love some meat as well, and this they can get from floating insects as well as some aquatic plants that offer a great food source. And we know that it's actually easier for geese to eat plants or even insects when they are on water compared to when you expect them to just eat from the ground. It makes the job easier. One, because it's easy to just scoop with some water, and secondly because it actually is, the food is not as dry as it would have been on bare ground or just by grazing on grass. It makes it easier for them to not only eat but also swallow. On to our 7th reason, and this is a very, very important reason. Geese swim for mating. We know that we have mentioned earlier that it's a social instinctive behavior for geese to swim in water and socialize. But another interesting fact is that courtship in geese actually happens in water, and similar to what we see in the turkey dance, the best swimming drake, similar to the best swimming male turkey, which we call toms, gets to attract more females. And this is critical that mating happens in water because it's easier for the males to actually mount on the females in water compared to on bare ground or on just on the earth. And let me say that it's not entirely impossible that geese cannot mate on in other places, but water is actually a facilitator for mating. And on to our 8th and last reason: geese swim for safety from predators. Whereas we know that geese are quite protective birds of their young ones, it's actually very, very risky to have the young ones on bare ground. And this is for the simple reason that land animals such as wolves and wildcats have the ability to eat. They can actually eat these small ones or young ones of duck and geese. And for this reason, the duck's ability to just hop onto water and stay at the deepest level or where the animals cannot get them acts as a safety precaution. And this is actually very, very important for the young ones of geese. And these are our 8 reasons why geese swim. The first one, we said, it's feather maintenance. The second one is temperature regulation, parasite control, eye and nostril cleaning, social and instinctual behavior, and for food. That was the 6th reason. 7th reason was for mating, and 8th reason was for safety. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you've learned something from it. And for this reason, I would like to just ask you to take a moment of your time to just subscribe to our channel, like this video, share it to as many of your friends as you can. And until next time, keep it Afririse. And Afririse is your home for geese farming education. Thank you and have a blessed rest of your day.